Take me on the go, plug in your stereo. Sharon LaRose knows the scoop. Podcast is on.
Crown girl, you better work that crown. Work that crown, girl. Yeah, you better work that crown. Work. So, welcome to Sharon LaRose Knows the Scoop podcast. This is episode 2, and the theme of this episode is work that crown, girl. Yes, I'm all about working that crown. So, I bought this from Shein. It just arrived to my... Been waiting for this. So, yeah. Working that crown. So, it stems from a little bit of my last episode where I was talking about self-love. So, don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody knock your crown. As women, we should always be uplifting each other, not hating on each other. Just spreading love and light, and be nice. Give someone a compliment and really mean it when you say it. Like, don't just say it hoping that you get something back in return. Like, genuinely give a comment, mean it, and it'll uplift somebody's day, and it should brighten your day that you might have uplifted somebody else. So I just want to start off by saying that. Second of all, so working your crown when it comes to dating. So for me, let me give you a little background on me. So in dating in my past, I felt mismatched with people that I dated. We didn't quite line up. I think they thought that I was beneath them. I think that they felt like I wasn't good enough to put in effort. And on my part, because I didn't have enough self-love, I didn't love myself enough, I think I was okay accepting the bare minimum. Not anymore. I'm not accepting the bare minimum. I am so worth more than the bare minimum. I think I also accepted the potential. Like, when I was with people, I might have just been like, oh, I could see potential with this person. Like, we could grow together. And eventually we just grew apart. We didn't grow together. We grew apart. And that's okay. Like, I wish everybody from my past, I feel like all my experiences from my past made me who I am today. And that's a stronger, more confident woman. And I thank them. I just want to say thank you. I'm going to give a round of applause, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I thank you for the experiences and everything that it's taught me. I thank you. I only hold on to the positive memories and thoughts of those. Like, I don't dwell in the negative and where it went wrong. I've already healed from the negative and where it went wrong, and taken my accountability for where things went wrong. And I've learned from it, and I've grown from it. So some things that me at 36, I'm going to be 37, Lord willing. And, some of the things that I just want to say to ladies out there is definitely don't accept the bare minimum in things. Definitely go on a self-love journey for yourself and take yourself out on dates, buy yourself flowers, do skincare, drink your water, exercise, and love on yourself so that you can attract what you feel you deserve. Because what I've learned in life, that you attract where you see yourself at in your life. So if you're a high vibrating type of person, you attract where you see yourself at in life. So if you're a high vibrating person, I feel you're going to attract high vibrating people in your life. If you don't see or look at yourself highly of yourself, you're going to attract people that might be thinking where they're at with themselves. Another thing is, if you do decide and you feel you've met somebody that's on your vibration or wavelength or energy level, don't ignore red flags. Like, make your list of pros and cons. Set your boundaries to what you will accept and what you won't accept. That's a big thing, because so for red flags, don't ignore the red flags. If you set your list and boundaries when going into a relationship and that person is not respecting your boundaries and is already exhibiting red flag behavior, don't excuse it. Don't excuse it. Let it go. Like, don't say, oh, I think I can. Don't ever go into a relationship thinking that you can change someone, because they'll change when they want to. They'll change for who they want to. And if it's not you, then you better move on, because don't accept the red flags, because they're just going to get redder and redder and bigger. Like, I made this list. You made this list. You made this list and you're not listening to it. So you definitely don't need to ignore the red flags. And don't be afraid to cut them off. Just take it as you weren't a match and move on. Don't try to hold on to hope that this person can change, because maybe, if it's meant to be, it might be in the future after they've matured and grown. But for you, in your space right now, if you make that list and you see that they're not respecting your boundaries and they're marking and ticking off those red flags, I think you should let it go. But if they're ticking off more pros than cons, then maybe it's worth working out. But if you definitely see some red flags and your boundaries are being crossed, don't stay, because it's going to get, the flags are going to get redder and redder and bigger. So, so I just want to say that. So definitely do not settle for less. I think with me, all these things that I'm saying now, I didn't practice, but I am now. But that's because I'm on a self-love journey. I'm still on this journey. I've done a lot of healing, a lot of reflecting, a lot of praying. And God is where I get a lot of my strength and healing from. And I think it's definitely important to have some spiritual, some type of spiritual guidance when going into a relationship. When you want to match energies and combine as one, you definitely need some type of spiritual element, because if they'll send you signs. You'll get signs. Ask for signs. Is this right for me? Should I let this go? Should I give it a try? Should I, and they'll send it through somebody else. They'll send it through a song. They'll send it through something that'll be like, yeah, it's time, or something of that nature, through a friend, through a family member, that'll just come and say the most random thing to you. And you'd be like, wow, I was just, so definitely try to have some spiritual element to it and ask the universe, is this person right for me? Should I continue to put my energy and effort into it, or is it time to release and let them go? Also, in a relationship, when you have your goals, your pros and cons list, also ask yourself, can you grow with this person? What are their goals? What are your goals as a relationship? Are you dating just to date? Are you dating just to fulfill a loneliness? Because if you're seeking attention just to have a relationship, just to say you have a man, no, that's a no can do. If you're lacking confidence, or you're feeling lonely and you want to be with a person just to fill that void, that should be a no can do. Find it alone. Find it with yourself first, because don't rely on a man to bring you happiness. You got to be happy yourself first before you can join your energy with somebody else and you guys be happy together. Because if you're seeking from another person to make you happy, you're going to steady be seeking that, and you might never find it. You might dump that person and go to the next one and go to the next one, and you still might not find it, because it starts with you. It starts with you. So you got to be happy with yourself first and then conjoin with somebody else. Then that's when the magic starts happening. So also with red flags, in my opinion, I'm not is making like sacrifices in your relationship. If that man doesn't allow you to be happy and free, like if you had a friend group before you met this man, and I understand that some people, respect like, oh, if you have a lot of male friends, if you have a lot of female friends, and you want your relationship to last, you guys got to have that discussion about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. So if you feel that this next person you might take a leap of faith with and get into a relationship with is somebody that you could see long term, and they have a list of rules about who you can be friends with and how to dress or basically control you, I'm going to say that's a red flag. I mean, unless you like to be controlled. But how you dress, who you can talk to, who you can't talk to. Also, if they accuse you of cheating, you might want to check into that, because they could be the one that's cheating. So you guys definitely need to be secure with yourself and not insecure, so that you guys can have a healthy and happy relationship. So definitely talk that out in the beginning, if it's okay to have male friends and female friends of the opposite sex, or if you guys are going to have couple friends, people that are married, or people that are boyfriend and girlfriend already. Like, do not allow, I also feel that if you have to check a person's phone, like trust is huge. If you don't have trust, you don't have anything. So I would say trust is the number one thing with dating and having relationships. So if you don't have trust, you don't have anything, because if you have to check their phone, the minute you feel you want to go and check their phone, if they're exhibiting behaviors to where you're like, if your dude or female keeps password on their phone though, and you feel the need to be like, what's your password? That could be a red flag. Like, you need to have trust. And if their person's not making you feel on top of the world to where you feel like you're the only one, and that they got their eyes solely set on you, then maybe that's not the relationship you should be in. Because the moment you have to be like, can I look through your phone? Then you don't have trust. Then you don't have anything. So if you feel your partner is doing things on a sneaky, shady level, and you have to be like, let me look through your phone, then I think that's where the relationship should end. You shouldn't feel like you need to do that, because how can you grow together and build together with someone and you don't trust them? There has to be trust. And in the past, I've learned, I'm going to put myself out there, I've learned. And also they say, don't go looking for things because you just might find it. So yeah, don't look through phones, don't snoop through stuff, because you just might find what you're looking for. So if you want to get your feelings hurt, go, by all means, go looking. But I feel like that's where it should stop right there. Like, if you feel like you can't trust this person, then maybe you need to leave. Maybe you need to go with that feeling, unless there's like proof right in front of your face. But yeah, definitely, if you already have the feeling of, man, I need to look through their phone, I have a feeling they're cheating or being deception, you just might find what you're looking for. So if you're ready to see something, then look in it. But I feel like, don't do it, because that's just not healthy. You're opening up a can of worms that you might not that you might not want to deal with. So I would say don't do it. But like I said, a relationship starts with trust. So if you don't have trust, you don't really have anything. Well, a man is gonna be and a woman's gonna be where they want to be. So if you can't change a person if they don't want to be changed, and they don't want to grow, and you can't force someone to be where they don't want to be. If they don't want to stay, let it go. So, and last but not least, I did want to say that respect is a huge one when dating. Respect, that's a big one in a relationship. If there is no respect, it's not going to go far. And the big one, to reciprocate, you have to have a give and take relationship, in my opinion. I feel like you have to have a give and take relationship. I don't feel like it should just be one-sided. One person just giving all the time. It's a give and take, mutual. In the beginning, when you're getting to know each other, if the man is a gentleman, then maybe, but even still, a woman can offer to pay for things. I know some people are old-fashioned and believe the man should pay for everything. I don't feel that way, but in my opinion, I feel like relationships should be give and take, not just one-sided. These days, people would put that term as a gold digger. So yeah, respect and reciprocity, give and take. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say about that. With that being said, you better work your crown, girl. You better work your crown, boy. Okay? And that's just what I want to say. Thanks for watching Sharon LaRose Knows the Scoop podcast, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello. So I just want to give you a hypothetical dating situation, and I kind of want to get your opinion on it as I enjoy this yummy salad. So here's the scenario, and I just want to get your opinion on how you would have handled it. What would be your thoughts on it? What would you suspect from it? So yeah, I'll just leave it there. So say you were dating a guy who claims that he didn't want to get to know your friends. He didn't like your friends. He was upset that they were prejudging him. And then this one friend in particular was kind of going around to your family and other people that you know, also stating that she didn't like this person. And how much, she didn't like this person. And this person wasn't any good and she didn't want him around. Say your man spoke a foreign language, let's say Japanese, and this friend also spoke Japanese, but they also spoke English. You don't know any Japanese. One day your man pops up on you and you have to go to work. It was this said friend's day off from work. You told your boo, we can hang out when I get home from work. So you left this said boo and this said friend at the house while you went to work. Now, mind you, your boo said he doesn't like this person. You don't want to get to know this person. And remind you, this said friend said she don't like this person and she don't want to get to know him. Talk bad about him to many, many people. Which left you in a really hard spot. Because you really cared about this person. Half the time. So fast forward. You come home. The salad is really good. Fast forward, you come home from your work shift. And you and your boo about to go out the door. And said friend whispers into your boo's ear some type of foreign language that you don't understand. Because you don't speak this language. And your boo whispers back in her ear this foreign language. You proceed to go out the door with your boo, and she proceeds to go her way. You ask your boo, what was that about? Why were you guys whispering? Why you couldn't say it out loud? I thought you didn't even like her. What are you all of a sudden whispering in her ear for? And he's gonna say, if that's your friend, ask her what she said to me. If she's that good of a friend, she'll tell you what she said to me. I shouldn't have to tell you. You proceed to talk about that and why that's wrong, that he's doing that. But he doesn't want to tell you what he said. And it just doesn't sit right with you, right? So then, after your boo thing goes home and goes his way, you take time to sit with your friend and you ask her, hey, what did you whisper to him in his ear? What are you guys talking about? Why were you guys saying it in a language that I can't understand? Why are you guys being so secretive when you guys don't even claim that you don't like each other? Her response is, well, if he's your man, if he's your real man and he loves you or he cares for you, he should tell you what I said. Now, you kind of leave it at that. And you're just in shock about what just transpired, what was said in secret, and say, to this day, you still don't know what they said. How would that make you feel when you think back on it? Would you not care? What's the scenario you think in your head? Did they cheat? Did they sleep with each other? What did you think? Oh, they became friends that day when you went to work for those 5 hours? I just want to hear in the comments down below. What you think of that hypothetical situation. And if it was you, what you would have did and what you would have thought. Alright. I'm done with the scenario and I'm done with my salad. Catch you later. Peace.